Today's the big day that I've been waiting for. Let's do this. This is something that I've been waiting for 4 years, since the day that I started screen printing. Getting my very first auto installed. We got Phil down here from Roq doing the big sexy Burt Reynolds on the ground. He's gonna be here for the next 3 days? I think 3 days, right?
Yeah,
3 days. Getting this bad boy installed, running, me trained, and hopefully by the end of this, we're gonna print some damn shirts finally. We definitely got a lot more room here than the other side.
A lot more, being like 6 inches.
That's a lot more in this shop.
Sometimes 6 inches is all you need. So the overhang of the print head is about here.
Skinny guys only in this shop. Fuck, I'm gonna have to get on my rowing machine a little bit more. Unload should be
right.
Pretty golden. Boop, boop.
I think this is a good spot.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
It looks pretty good. Phil is the main Roq tech for, you're the only Roq tech in Canada.
Yep.
Came out on 1 day's notice?
Yeah.
1 day's notice. This guy jumps on a plane to come here and help my ass out, so that's pretty awesome.
So we're installing a P12 XL. This is one of the most common autos that you get once you start moving up.
This is used, I talk about that in the video when I uncrated this whole thing. This is a temporary situation press because this is what they had in stock, just available to give me because, you know, shipping around the world is fucked. And getting a new press was gonna take quite some time. So for now, we're gonna be rocking this thing. It's the XL model, which is kind of crazy for a shop that's like mine because it's got, what, how big is that print stroke? It's like 4 damn feet almost. It's huge.
It's huge, man.
It is huge. So something that I probably would never make use of every day, but it's definitely something that, because we make videos on here, I can probably get creative with. One thing I'm already thinking of is revisiting the box printing video. Now that we got all this print stroke space, I can revisit that video and print gigantic boxes to start shipping all my print orders out in, because that's something I've wanted to do for a very long time. I hate shipping them out in those shitty old Gildan boxes. It sucks. Anyways, I'm gonna let Phil do his job. It's probably gonna take about all day today, maybe a day and a half to put this sucker together, and then I'm just gonna kind of hang out and creep him out with a camera all day. Had to bump the dryer over again. There's such a tight squeeze in this shop with that gigantic press. It looks like it's just gonna keep growing for the next little while, so I hope I don't have to move this anymore because I'm already out of space in here. One print head down, 7 more to go. We're like halfway through the print head so far. I'm gonna run you through exactly how I'm gonna have this thing set up. So we got unload station, we got load station. First one will be my white. Second one here will be the Stampinator. And then we've got a cool down station. After that, we're gonna go color, color, fill, color, another color, cool down station, final color, unload again. I feel like that's gonna be pretty good. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend I'm some kind of aficionado on how to set up an auto press because I really have no idea. So that's what I'm gonna run with for now, see how it works out. The nice thing about these presses are they are very configurable. So if I do need to move a print head or two around, we can do that later on. I can also add more print heads to this thing if I want to. I can add up to 10. Right now we're set up for 8. Personally, I don't think 10 would be ideal on a press this size, but the option's there if I want it. What's the deal with this pad here? Things are getting weird in here. Dude, this thing is crazy. All the print heads, they're on, completed. It's so ridiculously huge in this little shop.
Next is the calibration of the heads.
Does that mean we get to turn this thing on?
Not yet.
Shit! Killing me right now, Phil. You're killing me.
So right now we're going to be calibrating from the top of the pallet to the bottom of the arm. And basically what this is going to do is have an even stroke from front to back consistently. At this point, there's only about 1 millimeter of variance that we can have. So the lowest it'll be is 169 millimeter, nice, and 171 millimeter at max. So we'll set it to 170, bang on, and then that way if there's any variance in temperature, floor, whatever the case is, will be set.
Next up, pallet arms. Making good progress here.
Sir.
Oh, I've never held this thing with my right hand before. I'm left-handed. Oh, it's so weird.
Go lefty.
Go on this side. I can't hold this shit with my right hand. It's like trying to jerk off with the opposite hand.
Jeez.
I'm gonna have so many good outtakes for this video. So we're at the end of day one. Pretty good progress so far. We got print heads all installed. Those are all done and ready to go. Control panels on. Pallet arms are all mounted. They need to be leveled yet. And then what else we gotta do, Phil?
Yeah, so basically it's just leveling it out, calibrating the level, and that's basically pretty much ready to turn it on.
Sick. So
You connect air.
yeah, so probably by noon tomorrow.
Yeah,
Ish.
that's
We'll
a
be
safe bet.
connecting air, firing it up for the first time. So we're gonna keep moving on. We'll see you again in the morning. Start of day two. I gotta go rescue Phil. These Ontario folks, man, they're just not prepared for our Winnipeg winters.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, man. Ice is slippery at minus 30.
How do you feel about driving in Winnipeg, Phil?
Yo, I'll tell you what. Bring an all-wheel drive and winter tires.
Maybe just not drive like a puss. That's over with. Let's get back to work on this bad boy. Gonna make one quick little modification to this thing. The air intake on the bottom side of the regulator for the press, it has not this fitting, but a fitting like this, just a small little barb fitting that goes for the air intake. The fitting that was on there is a little chintzy. I don't really trust it. I don't want to just cut the end off an airline and hose clamp it onto there. I don't like the idea of that. So the solution that I came up with is kind of the wrong way and the right way to do it at the same time. Let me explain. I've got a metric to standard adapter on here because this air regulator is metric. So track that down. We got a proper air coupler on here. This end should be the fitting side, but I didn't have the right style to go into here. So instead, I reversed it and put it on the hose. So right now my hose has 2 male ends on it, which is incredibly dangerous, but it'll work for the meantime. Definitely way better than just hose clamping it onto a barb fitting. That idea I hated, and I'll order up the right stuff over the next couple of days. So unfortunately, we're having a little bit of technical difficulties here. The problem right now is that this thing is getting way more voltage than it needs. Right now it's getting some weird spikes anywhere between like 240 upwards of 250. I don't know if that's a problem with my phase converter or what, but this machine is rated for 220 volts. So anything above that, it's tripping error codes and the machine is just kind of doing some crazy shit. So what I need to do is get a step down transformer of some sort, which is something that I was told I should get before this press got here, and then other people told me, nah, you don't need it. Well, now here we are. I'm a little bit screwed and we do need to get it. So I'm not sure exactly how long that is gonna take. I've heard maybe a couple weeks. I really hope not. The electrician's gonna try and do some magic for me, and hopefully we can get this thing up and running really quickly. And unfortunately, I only have Phil until tomorrow. So yeah, that sucks. But he did train me quite a bit. This thing is actually super intuitive. We did have it running pretty good for a little while, so I was able to learn the basics of it, and it's actually really, really simple. So I'm not worried about the print aspect of it. I think I've got the grasp of this thing, so Phil can leave, and yeah, once this thing is running properly with that step-down transformer, I think I'll be all right. It's just always one thing after another with this place. This is the shitstorm that is my life. So a little bit of time has passed. Actually, a bit of time has passed. It's been about 2 months, and let me explain why. The thing with the step-down transformer, I definitely needed one here. I think there was a little too many cooks in the kitchen with this whole thing. Some saying I needed it, some saying that I didn't, and it just kept going back and forth like that for a while, and enough people said that I didn't need it that I just went ahead and didn't get it because it's a very expensive part. And when anyone purchases an automatic press from really any manufacturer, each one of them has their own special onboarding process telling you exactly what you need specific to your shop before the press shows up. But since I got this press through very different means, this being a sponsorship deal rather than a sales call, it didn't go as smoothly as it should have, which is nobody's fault at all. We were all kind of walking a path that nobody has walked before, so really no one's to blame here. That's just something that I'm gonna have to take full responsibility for. But I got the step-down transformer, which took quite a while. From the time that I ordered it to the time that it was installed took about 5 weeks. So that ate up the biggest amount of this 2-month time span. Also in that span, I got the sickest that I ever have been in my entire life. It was the worst thing ever. I felt like I had brought back some sort of medieval plague. It was just horrible. It was like 3 weeks of torture. So yeah, that sucked balls. And I also got the sticker and vinyl equipment set up and fully operational again, which has been so awesome. The new setup is killer, the workflow is great. I actually made my first proper TikTok video in there after I got it all set up. You should go check that out. In the first week that stuff was set up again, I made something like 8,000 plus stickers. It's been ridiculous, but it's also been pretty great to get part of the business up and running again since this whole move. But you're not here to talk about all that. You're here to see the finished product of the press. It's up and running, and this thing is a beast. After all of the insane amount of stress and time and money getting this whole place set up and ready to go, seeing this thing running for the first time makes it so worth it. It is going to be such a huge game changer for my business and for this channel. Man, we're gonna do some serious damage with this thing. And since I wasn't able to get proper in-person training on this thing when Phil was here, you guys are gonna get the pleasure of watching me make all kinds of fantastic mistakes as I figure out how to use this thing. If you watch those first few videos on my channel when I was learning how to screen print, I have a feeling we're gonna recreate a lot of that with this machine. I'm looking forward to it though, man. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Again, thank you so much to Ryonet, to Roq, to Phil, to everyone involved in this whole thing and getting this machine in my shop. If you guys wanna check out more about these machines, there's a link down below for you. I will obviously be going over everything that this machine can do over the next few videos with it, but if you're impatient, don't wanna wait for that, click that link down below. So we're almost there. The shop is 95% of the way done. We have one more piece of equipment to unbox and put together, and it's definitely going to be the most special piece of equipment in this entire place. So in the next video, we're gonna be unboxing the mystery crate. So definitely stick around for that. Make sure you like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and of course, we'll see you again in the next one. I can't believe that. I have never, ever done that on the first try. Holy shit. It's like when people are around, the pressure's on or something. Fill footage, fill footage.
What's been called B-roll.
We're gonna call it P-roll now.
That's a whole other kind of video. I'm not sure I want to be a part of.
I don't think we can put that on YouTube. Giving Phil a healthy dose of death metal. Hey Phil, what's death metal, Phil?
I like it.
We have, what am I going to say about this? Smooth, eh?
Hard, isn't it? I need a picture of Phil, like a huge picture somewhere in this shop, because for some reason with him here, I'm spitting out everything on the first try. It's amazing, that never happens. Muscles McGee over here.
Oh, Hercules, Hercules, Hercules. Can't make me laugh when I'm holding something happy.
Man, what a day. That's how you start it off. Back to the heavy metal.